Welcome. My name is Denise Williams, and I am your financial coach. And I am joined by the amazing, effective, wonderful Elizabeth Perry. How are you?
I am wonderful, Denise. Great to be here again.
All right, thank you. And tell us about your specialty in coaching.
So, I'm an NLP trainer and master coach, and I also do positive intelligence coaching
All right,
and helping people to shift and transform their mindsets and, of
awesome.
course, their behavior.
Absolutely. Now, if you are ready to stop self sabotaging, this module is for you. We look at the ways we do it, and we have been looking at the different ways we do it. And I just want to really encourage everyone to take a minute to really acknowledge the ways we spin ourselves in a circle and then decide to just stop and see the way forward. That is what this module is about. It's very exciting. And we are going to look at just this in a really deep way. All right. Thank you so much, Liz, for being with me on this journey. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. And the technology, I'm waiting on it to behave itself. All right. So the objective is for you to become your own cash flow superhero. My name is Denise Williams, as I said, and I empower, help, support, guide, hold your hands to increasing your cash flow through financial organization. And I know, Liz, you have spent your career teaching, mentoring, training, coaching persons to be their best selves. And we've come together because money and mindset tend to reflect in the cash flow that you have. And so if you want to improve your cash flow, definitely we're going to get control of the mindset. Okay. So we've, as I said, check us out on Financially Focused on YouTube. We've been working together for a while now, and it is absolutely fantastic. And of course, as I said, my technology is running a little slow. So apologies in advance because our job, our commitment, our mandate is to really shine the light on the ways we self sabotage so that we can stop it. Okay, it's simple as that. Just stop it. All right, Liz. So take us through what we'll be doing in this module.
Right. So, today we're going to be focused on tracking the behavior of your money and how it relates to your saboteurs. And I will be introducing three more of your accomplices in working with the judge. And these are the restless saboteur, the hypervigilant saboteur, and the hyper rational, and how we can interrupt the pattern and the lies that they're telling us with PQ reps.
All right. Absolutely fantastic. Now, here's the deal. Okay. We have been talking about this constantly throughout this training, tracking your net worth, seeing where you go. This is how you can determine, and this is one way I should say, if your actions is reflecting in the lifestyle you want, right? So net worth comes from growing your income, growing your assets, reducing your debt. Those are the three umbrella strategies. And that is what we want you to get in a space of comfort with. Because here is the deal, I can give you your financial plan for 2023 right now. You can stay in stress, fear, and panic. And I promise you, this
Sounds
is
like
going
the
to,
hypervigilant and the avoider and all of those are going to take you down that road, right?
yeah, and that down is the key word. And
Yeah.
things will get much worse for you. So I've already told you your 2023 financial plan. See it there? Things will get worse. Done. Whatever it is that's bothering you will explode and it will grow exponentially. So I've just told you what happened. Okay, I've read your future. Now, and we're talking about the next 9 to 18 months. Now, guess what? You also have the yellow. And the yellow line is that up and down and up and down. And today I have money and tomorrow I don't have any money. And today I have money and tomorrow I can't pay my bills. And that's surviving. Okay. That is an energy that says, I am treading water. I'm doing something, but maybe it works, maybe it don't work. And you're not actually on the red where things are getting much worse, but you're not getting better either. Okay.
Mhm.
And that is also why tracking your money is so powerful. Because instead of feeling like I'm not achieving, you can actually see. Okay. Now, here's the green line. And I'm already predicting for you that anyone sitting through these modules is on the green line, right? Because now it's focus, planning, action, which leads to thriving. And what is the result? A way better result for the next 9 to 18 months than you have today. I am totally written your financial plan is done, no charge. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Okay. So the decision is what you're going to do. You're going to be on red, yellow, or green. And it doesn't matter the actual strategy. What matters is the energy and what line of energy you are on. Okay. That is what is super, super important. All right. And so, Liz, I hand over to you because since I've already predicted everybody's financial plan, you're now going to make sure
Mhm.
get the speed bumps out of the way.
Yes, Denise. And so the first one that we're going to talk about is the restless saboteur and how the restless saboteur fuels money conflicts. So again, similar to the avoider, the restless causes you to avoid dealing with any pain or drama and money matters. And the reason is that you're constantly in motion. You are doing 2 and 3 and 4 things because you just, you get excited by the moment, the vision, and the talk, and you're moving quickly from one thing to another. And of course, they're all so exciting and pleasant. And we want to avoid all the unpleasant things, quote unquote, like budgeting, like saving and creating plans for support. No. We don't want those details. We just want to be able to sort of have a good time. And we have all of these creative ideas, and I want to do 10 different things at the same time. Can you relate? Yeah.
Absolutely.
I know all of the creative people out there, they're full of ideas. We have no shortage of ideas, but execution tends to be the problem. And so we
Yeah.
have this lie that our restless mind tells us that we just have to keep going. We have to have all of these million and one things that
Mm-hmm.
we're doing if we're going to be successful, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, next slide.
All right.
So, is your restless saboteur driving you to chase too many brilliant ideas with no follow through?
And
So,
let me tell you, this is, another phrase for this is the shiny object syndrome.
yes.
And that is, oh my goodness, as a creative, it is a thing to, because you know what, there's like a, and especially when, if you start to make a little money and
Mhm.
then it's working, but then you have a better way to make money and a better way and a better way and a better way. And
Yeah.
so I caution my clients to really pick what's working for them. Now, that's the other thing. Some people have a challenge of letting go because certain things are not working for them. But the objective of coaching is to help you understand what does work for you. Where is the greatest amount of joy in your money? But of course, you have to get to the point where money and joy live in the same space because for a
That's a
lot of
good
us, they
one.
don't. They don't, right?
Yes.
And so a lot of times there is such anxiety that you don't think you can find joy. But of course, we're putting the spotlight, the headlights on the speed bumps in the road. But the critical thing is to identify what works for you.
Yep. So let's go to the next one, Denise.
Yes, ma'am.
And so our next saboteur is the hypervigilant. So the hypervigilant is all about, again, avoiding risk, but to the extreme extent. So they're so concerned about losing money and making a bad investment, being taken advantage of, that guess what? They probably don't do anything with it. They perhaps put it in the bank, what is so called maybe a safe place,
Yes.
and they have to have 10 million backup plans.
Yes.
So, that kind of individual is probably not going to be able to have multiple income streams
Mm.
because that person is too afraid to make carefully thought out investments. And notice I said carefully. This doesn't mean that you're going to willy nilly to go and put money here, there, and everywhere. Dennise will coach you to ensure that you're putting it in the best possible places. Um, and it doesn't mean that we don't have different levels of risk aversion either. But when you are so hyper vigilant that you just refuse to see good possibilities and take action on them, then this is going to be a deterrent for you. Yeah. So that's definitely something to look out for.
And again, what are we saying? These saboteurs, when it comes to your money, they skate on that thin line between financial prudence, financial intelligence, financial planning, and misery. Okay? That's the line they skate on because, again, most of these, if not all of these, put you in a feeling that you're in a box.
Mm-hmm.
And because you're doing all of this, the box says you can't do anything else. Can't do anything else. And that means you're not just not enjoying your money, you're probably making the other people around you miserable too with money, right? And so, because you're just in these boxes, and again, most of us are in multiple boxes, which is even worse.
Yeah. And so another really important point is that hypervigilant voice is not only stopping you from making well calculated or taking well calculated risks, but also is making you super stressed.
Yes.
And that is definitely a negative for you. You want to be able to eliminate as much stress as possible, especially around your conversations about money.
Yeah.
So that's important,
Yes.
definitely. So let's move on
Okay.
to the
All
next
right.
one,
Yes, which is the restless
the
saboteur.
restless.
Yeah, and let me tell you, again, an entrepreneur now is the person that says, I have to have all the ideas. I have to know all of what's going on.
Mhm.
And it is such an interesting, miserable space to be in. And so the question is, how to manage. And we are going to talk about that, but we still have one more to go.
Yep, the hyper rational. Yeah, so the hyper rational. The hyper rational voice is the one that is really just about the numbers and common sense. So remember that the hyperrational is not really concerned too much with relationships, and they only want to talk about money with the financial pair. So they will tend to ignore those that maybe in their family are struggling. So, relationships tend to be a problem for the hyperrational person. And they kind of denigrate others that are not doing so well, perhaps. I don't know what's wrong with them. My money is working for me. And so they tend to have issues with relationships. So we don't want to get into a bind with persons in our family and in our circles because we really come across as uncaring, because this is going to work against us ultimately, right? So then, how is your saboteur sabotaging you? Do you have this hyper rational voice that is speaking to you and that is, causing problems with your relationships? And often in the work, whatever business we are in, the business depends on relationships, right? So if we ignore relationships, it's to our peril. It will ultimately impact on our ability to generate income. Cannot
Ab-
all be about the numbers, right, Dennise?
Absolutely. And one of the challenges for entrepreneurs is that we agree that sales is the lifeblood of our business. So we agree with that. The challenge becomes, I've spoken to entrepreneurs that I only talk to people who I do business with. I don't talk to anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you can't let me know what you're doing for me, I'm not going to talk to you. But again, we're talking about the line between misery and effectiveness, because
Yeah.
you can be very conscious of the time you spend and conscious of your cost. So, the
Yes.
cost of your time. There's nothing wrong with that because you're a business person. You're not running, and even charities are really sales organizations meant to help people. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The product is help. Okay. That's what
That's
they're
right.
selling. They're selling help. And they don't say it like that, but that's really what it is. So
Mm.
we're not being unaware that sales and money and investment makes the world go round. What we're saying here, though, is the absolute inability to make the adjustment to be around somebody just for the sake of friendship, or to be around someone for the sake of family. That's
Yes.
what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Inability to spend time with your kids because you just want to work. Inability to be with your spouse because you just want to work. And it's on the lack of flexibility then that creates the
Yes.
misery.
Yeah.
That's why it's a thin line, because you do want to be careful of your time, but then you also need relationships.
You
Of
do.
course, of course, you have to be careful. There are relationships that drain you and give you nothing, not even a
Mm-hmm.
smile, right? So we're clear on that. But you know, going deep into your saboteur world will give you more tools to understand when you are skating on that line that's carrying you straight to misery.
Yeah. Whenever you start to feel negative emotions, that is an indication you are working from your saboteurs.
Yes. Yes,
So
yes,
as soon as you feel that, then you know, I'm off course here. So that's a good indication.
yeah.
So the question is your hyper-rational snubbing colleagues, friends, and family, or financially struggling, or just
Mm,
even not making, any time for them? The relationships are, all about the numbers and
yeah.
not about connection. And connection is very, very important when it comes to having a successful business. So just a word of caution. So let's
Yes.
move along, Dennise. And
Yes. Yes. Oh, okay. Of course, technology. I tell you. All right.
yeah, so of course, the big question now, because we've gone through all of the saboteurs, is it any wonder why you're struggling with achieving financial freedom with all of that entanglement going on inside your mind? Then, this is certainly in part what's keeping you stuck where you are in financial discord. Let me put it that
Oh,
way.
let me tell you. Listen. And for me, I think one of the joys of my life is when the light bulb turns on.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, when you can say, you know what, something's not working for me, but now I know why. That
Yes.
is one of the most powerful, because if you can, if you go to the doctor and your foot is broken and you keep showing him your elbow, you will not get relief for the broken foot.
That's
And so
right.
that's why, I love the idea of understanding the source of the struggle, because maybe you're watering a weed in your garden you need to stop. So I'm using all these lovely metaphors, but the point
Yes.
is the knowledge is power.
Yes,
That's
it
it.
is. It is.
Yeah.
And self-awareness, the ability to really um, know yourself and know where you're slipping up. So I wanted to introduce our listeners to PQ reps. And we've spoken about the positive intelligence quotient, and the positive intelligence quotient developer, Shirzad Charmaine, has developed this mindful, let me call it a mindfulness practice, which enables you to become hyper focused for a very short period of time and get you to shift your focus, your energy from the place of the saboteurs and take control of your mind, developing your self-command muscle so that you can interrupt that pattern more easily. So the PQ rep is very similar to when you go to the gym to build your muscles and you're going to do repetitions, right? So you're lifting your dumbbells. And so the PQ rep is the mental fitness equivalent of going to the gym. You're going to be doing this PQ rep in very short bursts, which you can actually do throughout the day. So it doesn't have to interrupt your busy day. You incorporate it into it. And there are many, many, many different ways that you can do this. And this, I'm going to actually share one of the exercises with you so you can have a sense of exactly how it works. So, doing these repetitions throughout the day will build your mental fitness muscles, and you will learn how to be calm and even keeled regardless of the challenges that confront you. And believe you me, I have experienced this personally. I have been through this program myself. I know some of my clients who have done this program, and it works. So let me share with you one of the PQ reps. So this particular PQ rep uses your sense of touch. So just sit comfortably wherever you are in your chair with your spine straight and relaxed, your head straight, your chest open, and I want you to feel your feet flat on the floor. Just please close your eyes when you are ready. I want you to rub two fingertips together with such a tension that you can feel the fingertip ridges of both your fingers. Now rub all the fingertips of one hand against the fingertips and palm of the other hand, and notice all the sensations. Now put your right hand on your stomach and notice the gentle rising and falling of your stomach with each breath. Take your time, and whenever you feel ready, open your eyes.
Oh, that's lovely. Lovely.
Yeah. So,
So Liz, you just went mute,
yeah,
and
those of you who did the exercise along with me, I am quite sure that you felt a sense of calm while you were
mm,
doing that and right after. Dennise, did you do it with me?
oh yes, I did. Yes, it
Yeah, and I
was.
can hear it in your voice.
It's lovely. You know what? What came to my mind? It's like it's self seduction. That's what came to my.
Yeah, absolutely. Versus self-sabotage, right? Quite
Yeah,
different.
yeah,
We
yeah.
are seducing ourselves into the
Mhm.
realm of our sage. That's where we're heading. And
Yeah,
that these repetitions, reps, PQ reps, when done over a period of time, you actually build your self-command muscles and are able to interrupt that saboteur whenever you hear that voice coming on. You simply do a rep. Now, that was just one example that uses your sensation of touch. And there are many, many other visual, auditory, and other kinesthetic ones, and to do with your breath. So it's just a wonderful way to incorporate at very brief intervals throughout your day this activity that brings you right back to center.
yes, yes, yes. Now, we ask this question at the end of the module because we really believe that there is a cost emotionally and energetically to staying where you are. There is a financial cost as well. And so the question is, how important is it for you to change your situation? So we want you to get started with Wise 5. The link is in our learning management system, and we want you to, participate in this group coaching. After the 30-day trial, it is $8.99 per month. Of course, it's just a cup of coffee, right? There's also a bonus debt freedom course, right? And so really consider investing 30 minutes a day for the next 30 days to organize your money. And the other consideration, because there's two coaches and you're going to get two different offers. If you're ready for strategy, right? If you want checklists that you can carry to your bank, to your realtor, to your attorney, and say, I want this, then Financial Success Academy is for you. We have a lot of activities. We look at real estate, we look at savings, raising funds, looking at the stock market. We consider the family legacy, working through credit card debt, tapping into global investments, debt healing. We look at strategies to cut student loan debt, grinding out more benefits for auto insurance, your regular insurance, and your banker's income. So we have a group coaching program. We meet weekly and we talk about how to be strategic with your money. There's tons of videos and workbooks in the program. So for those of you who are like me and love something to print and write and check off and show to the person I'm dealing with, then this is the program for you. Liz, I know that you also have a program.
Yes, indeed. And so while you're working with Dennise on the financial piece, then work on your mindset and try out my Woman on the Rise program for professional women and entrepreneurs, which is a group coaching program designed especially for women who are feeling stuck, frustrated, burnt out, want a change of pace, want to reconnect with their passion and purpose. That's what this program is all about. And in this program, I will help you, along with my co hosts, to align your goals with your values and to set actionable steps to move you forward, to help you eliminate behaviors that are keeping you stuck and manage your internal saboteurs and learn how to access the wisdom of your sage, and to develop your mental fitness muscles through the PQ app, and of course to develop accountability partners, which is so important in ensuring your continued learning and advancement. We meet twice monthly on Zoom for 90 minutes. And we have also a monthly guest presenters, a learning management system where all of our resource material and replays and self-study units are housed. And as I mentioned, you also get along with this 1 year access to Positive Intelligence mental fitness program and mobile app. So there you have it. And if you would like to start your journey with me, you can to create more ease and flow, you can start by registering for my free masterclass, How to Create Ease and Flow. And all you have to do is to use the URL bit.ly/ create ease and flow, and you will get access to that program. So it's been great being here, Dennise.
Yes, absolutely. And again, we want you to create your Wi-Fi account, enroll in the Freedom course, complete days 1 to 7 or any of the other days that you haven't completed, and come back to our next module ready to take the next step to build out your cash flow strategy. I thank you for being a part of this training, and I look forward to us in the next training. And Liz, I will put a 5 minute break because, yeah, you want to jump right into the next training. So, Liz,
Yes.
thank you so much.
Yeah,
Bye.
my pleasure. Bye bye.